Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Alex. I'm a real estate investor, and today I've just got a quick call calibration that I had with a really aggressive red seller, and I wanted to break down how I handled it, how I thought I could have handled it a little bit better, on maybe some things I missed, or maybe some things I would change in the future. So hopefully you guys get some value from this. Hopefully it allows you to deal with red sellers more effectively. So let's get into it.
Hey Tracy, can you hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. So you just talked to my partner CJ about this property, 71 Lee Road, 620. Did I catch you at a bad time here?
No, what you need?
Okay. Well, my goal for this conversation was to basically cover your overall timeline, get whatever I'm missing for the condition and your goals, what you're trying to accomplish with the property. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Tracy, I don't have great notes here, but take me from the top. It sounds like you're living in this one now.
No, it's not. I don't live in there.
Oh, okay.
Do you either want to purchase it or you don't want to purchase it? The price is
Yeah.
130,000. Do you want to purchase it? I have
Yep.
I'm currently renting it out now. It is in good condition. The stove, everything is in there. The refrigerator, the stove, everything is in there. Hot water heater, everything works. Air condition works. Plumbing fine. Roof 5 years old. Do you want to purchase it?
What's the rent?
Why are y'all worrying about the rent? You're worrying about what you're going to
Because
purchase
I'm
it
gonna
for. The
buy it
purchase,
with the tenant in it, so I need to know what the rent is.
uh, do you want to purchase it for 130,000?
How am I supposed to run my
Yes
numbers to
or no?
know if I can buy 130 if I don't know what the tenant situation looks like?
I charge $200 for rent. I'm not getting anything out of it. What else do you want? You can purchase it or you don't want to purchase it.
Is that a month-to-month lease or a year lease?
If she'll move out anytime. I get her moved out anytime.
Okay. Do you have pictures of the interior?
Not right offhand. I don't know. It's very
Okay.
good
Could you get?
condition. We just went in and did a little upgrading to make it be modern, upgraded. We just did that. It's wonderful in there. Hardwood floors, it's hardwood floor, ceramic flooring. We did the hardwood in the dining room area. We redid the floors in the back bathroom. The carpet has just been done. The carpet is not even 3 months old. We just went in and just did some renovations in it,
Okay.
and it wasn't nothing that was wrong with it. It was just to myself or my preference that I went in and did some upgrades in it.
Okay. Is this a mobile home?
It is a double wide, yes, 72 by
Okay.
80.
Excellent. All right. What's your email?
37 Simpson W at gmail.com.
W. Okay. Is it just you on title, or does anyone else need to be a part
But
of
it's
this
me and my
conversation as well?
husband. It's me and my husband, and we're still married, so that's fine. We're still
Okay.
here together.
Very
We live
good.
in our house together.
Very good. When do you think you'd be able to send pictures?
I need to get down there. It won't be today.
Okay. Another question here. Timeline. Um, Usually, we can do a couple of different things depending on your timeline, though. But ideally, when do you sell this?
Do what?
When do you want to have this all wrapped up by?
If you're gonna do it as quick as we can.
Okay. Got it. All right. If you get those pictures to me, you said, I'm sorry, I missed that. You say later today you might be able to do that?
No, it won't be today.
Oh, it won't be today. Tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Let me. Do you text?
I do.
Okay. Let me send you some pictures of some comparable sales, and I'll see if you could tell me if it's basically in the same rough condition. That'll let me know what I think I could flip it for, or what my banker can refinance me for. Does that sound fair?
Well, I'm not taking anything less than 130,000. So if it's anything less than 130,000, don't even waste your time.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
I'm
going
gonna
any
send you
lower
some
than that.
pictures. I'm gonna
Pictures
send
of
you some
what?
pictures, and you tell me if it's kind of in similar condition to that house.
My mobile home is in wonderful condition. Like I said, I just went in and done some upgrade, but it wasn't that it was messed up. It was just to my preference that I wanted to upgrade it.
Uh huh.
There's nothing
I
wrong with the
understand.
trailer.
I understand. And you would have the tenant out before closing, or is that something that we deal with?
Well,
Either's
if you
fine.
want to send it, well, I can always ask her. Do you I mean do that's between you and her if she want to stay? But I can always ask her, does she want to stay?
Okay. Yeah, just yeah, you could do that. Obviously, we'd probably want to charge market rent. But yeah, I
Mhm.
think if she's fine with that, we can look at that.
Okay.
But yeah, at this time, we'll probably just plan on, if we can make this work, having the tenant
Mhm.
out, having it vacant. I'll send you some pictures right now, and you can tell me if that's way totally off of what your property looks like. And I'll be waiting on your pictures, and we can see if we can't do 130,000.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. So this lady came out the gate hot.
Yeah, she knew what she wanted and not taking nothing less.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not in love with how I handled it. There was some positives and some negatives here for sure. Um, I guess here's the stuff I wrote down. The intro, she didn't like the first couple of words. Usually I can tell if it's like this is red, they're mad, or red and they want to feel certain or whatever. But I didn't get that on the first couple sentences. So if I could have redone the intro, I would have been a little faster and a little more with spoken with a little more certainty. Because once I realized she's red, and now I go into certainty mode, speed, let's just get this done mode, and she started becoming much more receptive and responsive. So something I definitely could have done better there is hit her with an upfront contract about, hey, like I need to figure out what the situation is just so my offer makes sense. Like I can give you a blind offer, but you're not going to like it. Can I ask you just a couple questions to see if I can't actually make that number work? And I probably should have hit her with that upfront contract. In my mind, I was like, okay, I already kind of fucked up the intro a little bit. Let let's set myself in her mind as somebody who is serious and competent. Like that's the big thing is I am competent. And then I'll come back on the next call and dig deeper into that. But I think I don't like that initial thought process. I think I could have done that all on one call. Um, because I think at the end of that call, she did view me as competent. And I understand her situation because I'm also a little bit of a driver and kind of a red personality, and I am frustrated by all the people calling me and wasting my time and sound like idiots too. So I sympathize with that. But yeah, that is one major thing I could have done is hit her with an upfront contract about, hey, this is only gonna work if I can figure out what's actually going on. Um, I think that was a positive though, is like she didn't want to waste time. That was not the time for me to really like fool around or be slow. So it was bam, here's the information I need to get right now to even know if this is even worth continuing. So I got straight into it. I think that was a positive. The pain is clearly around the tenant situation. She's getting $200 a month rent. She didn't want to talk about it at all. So that's obviously that's where the pain is, and that's where the next conversation is going to be about. And I think another thing I would tell myself is it's okay. Like it's good to be fast and be quick and be sharp as a tack. Like that's definitely good. But it's also okay to see like, okay, let me write this down. Give me just a second. Or um, okay, I'm looking at other sales in the area. Give me just a second to tell it till I'll be able to get you. Um, basically, I could say a little trade off. Hey, give me 10 seconds. Give me 15 seconds. I'm looking around to see if I can get you some more solid numbers. So it's like a benefit to them. They're like, okay, I can wait 10 seconds. It's not that big of a deal. So it's okay to say things like that. And it helps me because I'm comping. I'm looking around on Redfin, what else is selling at the same time. Um, and that's difficult to do when I'm trying to be really, really sharp and also get good underwriting numbers together. So I think I need to
Yep.
tell myself it's okay to say that.
Okay.
And then, yeah, and then at the end of the call, the last thing I wrote down is
I could have probably dug into that motivation at the end of the call. I had that opportunity in my mind during the call. I was like, okay, not the time. I'll get it on the next call. But I think actually that's wrong, and I want to say that again because I think it's important. I could have got that on the first call, and went from there.
Yeah. And the one thing which, I mean, you have a lot more experience dealing with all these sellers and stuff, but have you found or tried, like, when she's like,
There we go.
if you can give me 130, then, and she's kind of trying to push you off the call, like, if you're not going to offer 130, then go away, to just take a second, be like, you know what, that's great, you're right. Like 130, you're probably right on that price. I have no doubt about that. But my problem is I've got to get information so that I know exactly what I'm buying because I haven't walked the property. I haven't been in it. How am I supposed to offer you 130 with never seeing it? I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, we can come up with the money for it, but we could give you an offer, but then to turn around and say, "Oh, we don't have 130 for this property," that's going to hurt you a lot more than it's going to hurt us because you're going to be expecting to sell this, and then we're not going to be able to follow through. And I'm a man of my word. I like to stick to my word. So can I just get this information from you really quick? I got a list of questions. We'll do it as quick as possible. So I'll be out of your hair. You can get on with your day. And just so you make them feel in control of the conversation. Okay, he's going to come back with something around 130, but also now they know, oh, I just got to answer these questions and I'm done with this guy for the day.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. Red sellers want to feel like there's a plan for the call. We're making progress. We're moving forward. They don't want to feel like I'm just like coming up with random questions on the fly um, to just waste their time. Yeah, so I agree with you. And something you
And
said in there too that made me think, um, Ian Ross, he is partners with Steve Trang, and he's a high level sales trainer, sales guy. He has something that I tried to implement there, but I don't love that how I did it. So instead of saying I can't run my numbers unless I have the tenant information, like because then I'm butting heads with her. And red sellers are easy to butt heads with, very easy. So I can't be like trying to fight her. And I did word it correctly, but I didn't use the right tonality. So instead of saying I can't run my numbers unless I know this, instead you want to say how am I supposed to run my numbers if I don't know the tenant situation? And I said that,
yeah,
but I still said it kind of aggressively. I should have said it like, hey, like I can't get this done without knowing some information, like a little more, maybe not empathetic isn't the right word, but not so challenging. Like it came off as like we're both fighting to be the alpha on the call, and that's not usually
yeah.
very productive. So I
And
don't want
making
that.
making red sellers feel like even though you're controlling the conversation, they don't realize it, making them feel like it's their conversation.
Yeah, yeah, you can make them feel like they're the master for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's one thing that I noticed though, her tonality came off like very firm at the
Hmm.
front and you matched it right away.
Yeah, you
It
have to
was
do that.
like, yeah, you're not going to give me any bullshit. I'm not going to give you any bullshit. And which was awesome.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean, you got most of the information, so it was a good call,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Um, that's going to be key. And I actually prefer red sellers. I really do. And at first, they used to scare me because when someone would come in hot like that, I would like not know what to do because like I didn't want to say the wrong thing and then like destroy the chances of doing a deal. But by doing that, I was like searching for my next question in my head, and then they viewed me as incompetent or lower, and then it did destroy the deal. But
Right.
now I actually like red sellers, even when the call goes like that a little bit. The beautiful thing about red sellers is that they can make a gosh darn, I won't swear, they can make a gosh darn decision if this is truly their best option. They're not like these blue sellers that have to like overanalyze everything and take 6 months
And
and need to have 10 attorneys look at it and stuff. So that is something that's a huge positive about red sellers.
okay, cool.
Yep.
I noticed one thing that I am horrible at doing with red sellers or, a little more aggressive sellers is matching that,
Hmm.
not just the tonality, but matching that energy, because I'm a very non non-confrontational person. And so
Agreeable.
that's something,
That might be the word. You're an agreeable person.
yeah.
Yep.
And that's something I'm working on, because even with some of these agents, they come across like, you're an investor, I don't want to fucking work with you. And it's like, oh, bro,
Yeah.
like okay. And so I'm really working on, part of it is my confidence level, I think, and I've been building that up. But
Yep.
that was a really good call for me to listen to.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Jeff Smith. I've been trying to implement a lot of his stuff, and it's effective. And he has some good information on the different seller types and how to be most productive with them. And one thing that he says that I totally agree with is that you need to establish that you are eye to eye with this person. And red sellers view themselves typically as high ego, high competency, and you need to establish pretty much immediately that you are also high competency, because that's their biggest frustration, is going through life and having to do everyone else's job for them. So that's something I've been
Yeah,
trying to implement too. Not always
I like that.
100% effectively, but that's the goal.